Welcome to part 2 of this tournament game of Twilight Imperium 4th edition. I'm playing Jol-Nar in purple. I did well with trade in round 1, but now I have some loose ends to tie up. Adam and Jesse, the Letnev and L1 players, both promised me a trade good during last round's negotiations. Strongsauce, playing Sardakk in white, agreed to give me his faction promissory note as part of our trade. And Delorien, playing blue soul on my right, has infantry on Arnor and Lore, 2 planets in my slice of the galaxy. He agreed to move his infantry, and we start this round in whisper chat about that situation.
Alright, I think everybody's here, and it looks like everyone has done their command counters and everybody's returned their cards. So we are officially at the beginning of strategy phase. Whenever you're ready, Red, you can go ahead and take your strategy. Oh, it looks like Purple might be playing a card.
I do. I have the only card that you can play right now.
Alright, Summit has been played by Purple. Double window. 1, 2, 3. There you go, Purple.
Jol-Nar is like looking to be in a pretty good position, right?
Well, of course I am. I had a bunch of trading, but I have very little on the board. Thankfully, you have also Soul and Hacan to deal with, and Barony.
Alright. So, Red, whenever you're ready, you can go ahead and take your strategy card.
Fun fact, Barony has won 3 times in that Warbuck slice, and Soul has won 3 times in Speakeasy. Just in case anyone's interested.
So, what you think in white?
Sorry, I talked to Blue last week.
Oh, okay. Just don't forget that you should be typing whispering in the chat box.
So while they're talking, L1, I wish we were neighbors. That would help us out a lot for trading, but I am interested in getting white refreshed since I've got his trading room. Maybe we can make some kind of deal there.
Jesse is open to refreshing the Sardakk trade agreement that I hold, but we don't agree on any specifics yet. John then points out that the Hacan token somehow got placed on the wrong public objective.
There we go. I think again we're on your pick, Delorien.
Yeah, he's deep in a secret conversation with Sardakk.
Delorien, does your secret conversation have to do with your pick? Because if not, please make it.
I will not be long.
Oh, what's left? I guess I'll take politics.
I would have preferred to get trade or leadership, but politics is a pretty strong pick here. We definitely have an agenda phase coming up, and I'd like to see what's going on top of the deck. Seeing an opening to threaten Soul's home system, which is defended by a lone fighter, I whisper John and ask if he has a flank speed to help me reach it. He can trade it to me if he has that action card, because he is a Hacan. Sadly, he does not.
Oh, okay, what just happened? So Strongsauce. Oh, you just went and took a couple of planets. Okay. Strongsauce. Could we complete our deal from last round now? I would appreciate that.
For some reason, Strongsauce can't hear me when I talk. I have to type instead.
You there, Strongsauce? Okay. Purple is looking to complete a trade with you.
I got a little nervous that Strongsauce was backing out of the deal, but I think he was just having audio problems.
He might be asking for Tekla.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Okay, alright, thank you. Okay, let's see. So Delorien, are we still good with the Arnor lore exchange? You're going to be moving out here soon?
For some reason, recording of Delorien's audio is no longer working. He did say that he was open to moving out later.
So then I guess I'm looking at politics then. I could play politics. I need lots of little fish infantry, so your card is very important to me since my guys are so bad. Would you be, let's see, what could we work some kind of deal out there? Are you interested in speaker token?
What follows is an incredibly complicated negotiation, because Sol has already agreed to let someone else use his promissory note. He offers his trade agreement instead as a kind of collateral.
We're working out a deal where I'm going to flip politics and give speaker to Delorien in exchange for his trade agreement, and then depending on how things go, I might trade later for his military support, or maybe I'll just use the trade agreement. I don't know. Oh, okay. Well, that's fair.
So, Kraken, you wanted to know how to do politics. You pop it, and then the first thing that happens is you decide where the speaker goes, and then the second thing that happens is you get your action card, and then the third thing that happens is I give you the agendas.
Okay, so I flipped it, and I'm making a deal right now to give the speaker token to Sol for his card.
I draw Uprising, an unstable planet. I can use those later to not only exhaust other people's planets, but critically to stall. I draw two pretty tame agendas, Fleet Regulations and Terraforming Initiative. After some consideration, I decide to leave them both on top. I am doing well, and I'm worried that a more punishing agenda would end up targeting me.
Okay, I would like this one on top, I think. Hold on. Yeah, so the other one would go underneath that one. Sorry. I did it. I guess I kind of did it in the wrong order. There you go.
With politics finished, I start talking to John about his plans for the next round. I'm concerned he could move into my space when Sol moves out.
So, John, we're not going to have any problems about Arnor lore, are we? I mean, I know you'd like those industrials.
I've lost John's audio too. He would like those planets eventually, but for now he has other priorities.
Oh!
Despite Sol's clear intentions to take Mechatol Rex, Hacan moves in first.
Alright. Yo, if you were planning on picking up that custodian token, I just need you to put what you're studying in your production area.
John pays up and gets a point for the custodian's token.
Does anyone have any strong feelings about tech happening now or later?
I do.
I propose that Barony become neighbors with me before using the technology strategy card. I would like to sell him my promissory note after Sardakk returns it to me. That would get me more value.
Okay, Well, I'm kind of low on command counters, so I can't risk sending anyone through the gravity drive right now.
Oh, you
But next time,
you only have the one destroyer?
yeah, and it's a waste of command counter. I don't very many, because I have a lot of influence in my slice.
Okay. Alright, no, I understand. That's too bad.
So the deal didn't work out. After that long discussion about technology, Barony decides to move forward and take some new planets instead. To my great relief, Sol follows up by activating Chronik Resculon. They move their forces out of my slice and back into theirs. This leaves Arnor and Lore open for me to take later this round. Strongsauce follows up by playing leadership. While thinking about leadership, Barony and I discuss the possibility of becoming adjacent using the action card that connects wormholes. That doesn't work out though.
It says that during the tactical action, they're considered adjacent to one another.
Oh, but it's not a tactical action, it's a strategic action. That's too bad.
I decide to spend both of my planets with 3 influence to buy 2 command counters.
Well, I guess this is my chance to get in the club of owning more than 2 planets. Oh, hold on, I gotta get my triangles.
I add one of the new command tokens to my fleet pool. It seems like a reasonable choice.
Okay, does anyone want to do any deals or anything right now? I think I'm just moving out and grabbing those planets in my slice.
I have to leave my home system temporarily undefended to go take these planets. There's nothing like watching your own recorded play to make you realize how slow you are at moving pieces around.
So, Visionist, I need a new plastic guy. Do I do exchanges like that, or do you do it?
Because you put the 3 paper, you can just hit R on one of them.
Oh, no, I know, but now I need to actually take one off the board and put one of my little blue guy or little flag guys on.
You should be able to just hit R. Hit R over it.
Oh! You would. Dang if that doesn't work. Okay, so I'm landing 2 guys on each planet. Okay, so I guess I'll take those planets then.
They're coming from blue, I'm guessing.
Correct. Yeah, he had them first. No, that's Grawl. I would like Grawl. That would be cool, but Arnor and Lore. Oh, he just put Arnor in his hand. It doesn't work. No, he put Karnik in his hand.
In all the shuffle, digital chaos breaks loose.
Uh-oh, one just disappeared under the table. It's madness in Blue's area now. I saw it go.
It takes a moment, but Visionist gets it sorted out.
Aha. Okay. All right then. I think we're done then.
John, who actually followed construction last round, uses the construction primary now.
Okay, construction pop. Whenever you're ready, you can place those yellow.
I want to build a space dock near Mechatol. The Jol-Nar home system has very limited production capacity, and having a position in the center of the board will be useful later. I don't realize now how difficult of a situation this will put me in later.
I'm waiting on blue for construction and white. Hold on 1 second, Green. Let me just finish construction. Purple, go ahead and place.
I put the space dock on Arnor, a decent 2-resource planet next to Mechatol Rex.
Blue, where did you put that? Alright, green is playing right from the side up. Going once, twice. Go ahead and put them all down there, green.
While the L1Z1X get a lot more infantry thanks to Rise of the Messiah, I'm whispering Sardakk N'orr about our research agreement. We're trying to figure out what technology to get. Uranium armor and PDS-2 are both on the table. I'm quite envious of L1's large, valuable, and now defended slice.
Alright, I'm gonna use that.
Okay, sorry, I have to have a whole discussion typed out with Strongsauce now.
In retrospect, I wish I'd pushed for trade to be used earlier. That would give me money to research 2 technologies here, As it is, I'm stuck getting just one. Strongsauce wants PDS2. I'm okay getting that since I have 2 PDS in my home system and a very undefended slice.
Green, I just need to know what you're spending to get started.
Let's take a look around the table at what other players are doing with tech. Hacan just got production biomes. Barony got Sarwing tools last round.
Jesse, can you hear me?
Yeah, sorry.
Now Adam is double teching.
Well, we got a mobile Barony, Dreadnought 2, and Grav Drive.
L1 missed out on tech in the last round. He's getting Sarwing tools now. With my help, Strongsauce is adding Sarwing tools and PDS2 to his repertoire.
Waiting on Purple, I think, to figure out what he's doing.
That's me. I put my stuff up here.
Are you selling your research agreement again, or?
Oh yeah. Oh right. So he put his research agreement over here. I can't actually sell it again, unfortunately, because I'm not adjacent to red. I tried hard. Do you like?
Okay.
Do you want me to put a copy of PDS? Oh, you gave me 2. Okay, so one goes up top and one goes on the sheet.
That's correct. I believe we're all set, right? You can go ahead and enter your turn.
I'm not sure what Delorien is doing on his turn. I'm too busy fiddling with my tech. I think he's using orbital drop to reinforce a forward planet.
Oh, what tech did you get, Saul? You got. Oh, you did a. Oh, you did a green skip because you had that last turn. Very nice. Hyper 4 CCs. I wanted to play Soul in that spot just to do that. Because you'd just be rolling them.
You have just about as many CCs.
That's true. I have 3. Me and Hacan.
On his turn, Sardakk builds in his home system.
What is White doing? Oh, oh, I see.
Wait, I think that you're building at home. If you're comfortable, you can go ahead and pass your turn while you build.
Okay. So I need to do something. Hey, John. Would you be terribly upset if I took Tiba over here?
John would mind if I took Tiba. He comes out pretty strongly against it.
Well, let me... Okay. How about this? Well, I want to use it to score next round. What if we worked out like a rental agreement, where I just gave you a trade good for it until I've scored it, and then you can have it back?
John, who's looking at collecting 4 of a kind for the objective, would like to take Arnor and Lore from me at some point.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if you wanna do that, I wasn't sure if you.
John's audio didn't make it into the recording for some reason.
We can probably work that out.
I noticed Barony doesn't have any forces in the Abyss Freya system, and that John could get 4 hazardous planets if he took those planets from Barony. I tossed that idea to John in a secret conversation, but it doesn't go anywhere. Barony doesn't have any forces in the system now, but his counterattack would be too much for the Hacan ships to handle. John sees that too, and I realize there's no way I can talk him into that.
Well, oh, okay. Here's the real problem, Yellow. I want to build in my home system, and I want to build more than just these planets. So I'm kind of waiting for trade to happen. So could really use that. I mean, I will compensate you if we can work out some good feelings. It's only worth 1 to you, right? And you've already spent it.
Unfortunately for me, John's holding a hard line on Theba.
Oh, gross. Maybe I just do a little build and... Or wait, do I have... Can I... Hold on, I might be able to stall. Okay. Alright. We're gonna do a stall. So... I have to pick out a target of some kind.
I can either exhaust someone's hazardous planet and destroy infantry on it, or exhaust someone's hazardous planet and collect trade goods. I don't know who to hit though.
I mean, okay. Ugh. Gosh, I hate aggressive action cards. Those are the worst. I want to save economic initiative for when I have more culturals. Alright, so I'd like to play... I mean, I'm thinking about playing Unstable Planet just as... like a stall. Do we have... let's see. What do we need to do? I'm open to, you know, deals where you protect yourself by giving me some kind of favor in the future or something like that. Because I gotta play it on someone, you know? So I want to play Unstable Planet, which is going to kill some infantry. And I gotta choose who to play it on. So, alright, L1 doesn't care about his infantry. He's got a bunch of them on mirror. I'll just use it over there. Unless L1, you want to, you know... Is there any kind of deal we could...
Jesse diplomatically reminds me that I need him if I want to do well with trade this round.
That's fair. Yeah, alright, so we'll maintain our good trade relationship. I'd forgotten I needed you. I'm sorry. Ugh.
Just to get Freya.
Whatever, I'll do Freya.
I was too afraid of making enemies by using the card to kill a bunch of infantry.
Alright, Unstable Planet on Freya. 1, 2.
Can you please play trade on your turn?
Yeah, I will.
Thank you.
On Hacan's turn, John proposes giving Barony one of his cultural planets in exchange for a promissory note swap. I think it's a ceasefire agreement.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really important to me because it's worth the point, so I agree.
John activates his home system and pulls back his forces so Barony has a clear path. I'm not particularly pleased to see this. It's never good news when your neighbors can work so well together. John still has a PDS on one of the planets, but I'm guessing it won't come into play here. With a secure border on Barony's side, Hacan will be free to push towards me. As promised, Jesse uses trade on his turn. Trade negotiations take a while, but Jesse makes deals with everyone. I cancel his debt to me and pay him a trade good to get white and blue refreshed. Hacan sells him my trade agreement for 2, and Barony is refreshed as well. I, of course, automatically get the 6 trade goods from Hacan's trade agreement that I got last round.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, sounds good.
So that's really well.
So in that case, I play all these trade agreements. And then L1 gets his token back and one of my commodity, or so actually I don't get any commodities, right? Oh, yeah, rather he gets them. Never mind, you're on it. I think I owe 1 trade good, right? Over there.
Oh, yeah, you just going to.
So I'll take the other ones and put them in my sheet.
I don't think we're Dragons. I'll have to build 2018.
Oh, you are
And
correct.
political round. Yeah.
Thankfully, Jesse is still good with the deal.
Doesn't.
Barony follows up by taking the fourth cultural planet offered to him by Hacan.
I'm coming for your forehead.
At this point, I begin to understand the difficult situation I'm in. I want to build in my home system and follow the secondary of Imperial. That will leave me with exactly 3 tokens for the public objective. But if someone has the insubordination action card, they'll use it to remove one and deny me a point.
Perhaps if I stall using action cards, I'll hold on to enough command counters that no one notices I'm vulnerable to insubordination.
Sol chooses that moment to move on Mechatol Rex. He brings plenty of infantry, but only 3 ships. He then makes a critical error by rolling for combat before anti-fighter barrage.
Sol misses with roll after roll. Visionus, who is actually rolling for Hacan since John is AFK, rolls one hit after another.
Sol's forces are lost.
All those things.
I think that's everything.
After his devastating loss over Mechatol, Sol offers to sell me his promissory note for 2 trade goods. I agree because I can use the infantry.
Okay, so I think we're good then. So he needs these 2. So Sol gets the 2 trade goods, and then I get his card there. Thank you, sir. So, Sol, I would like to work out some way where I could borrow Grawl, you know, next round. I don't know. Just keep that in mind. I'm a dealer.
On his turn, Sardakk N'orr trades an action card to Hacan for 2 trade goods. After that, he ends his round by passing.
Well, I'll build some stuff. Unless someone wants to do some trading. Do you have any cards available to sell, Hacan?
John offers to sell me focused research for the high price of 6 trade goods.
Oh, I see. That's let me think about that. 6? What if I also gave you my... well, actually, this is a pretty good deal for you. This is like the perfect trade. I can just give you my card, and you get it for free.
By giving Hacan my research agreement card, he can also gain the technology that I gain using focused research. He's still thinking that he would miss out on the stall value of that card, though.
Well, but you can spend the 4 trade goods you would have spent on a CC. You know what I mean? And you're still 1 trade good ahead.
He replies that the stall is helping me, and I should be willing to pay for it.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Okay, all right. So how about I give you 3 and the agreement?
My offer of 3 trade goods and research agreement is accepted.
Okay.
I should have started at a lower price.
Oh wait, we should hold on. First, we should figure out what you're getting. What do you want out of this? Do you like Dread 2 or something?
The Hacan like building dreadnoughts, so John is good with that plan.
Okay. All right, sounds good.
John whispers me saying he would prefer the Warsun technology, but unfortunately I can't get that. The Jol-Nar tech skip ability only applies to non-unit upgrade technologies. We have to get Dread 2 instead.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good. Alright, let's do it. So we have agreed to a trade visionist. And I will play Focused Research.
There's a bit of a pause while we wait to see if anyone wants to sabotage it, but in the end it goes through.
Okay, are you going to use your research agreement, John?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the whole deal here.
Yeah.
On John's turn, he makes another action card deal. He exchanges action cards with the L1Z1X and gets 2 trade goods in addition. He then passes and ends his round. Jesse then builds some new L1Z1X units on his turn. He also buys the Barony of Letnev trade agreement for 1 trade good. Adam makes use of his current good relations with Hacan to wash 2 commodities into trade goods.
Thank you.
He then builds on a Biz Freya. While Adam is thinking about his build, I realize I have an opportunity. Hacan has passed, so I can take any of his planets with impunity. Sol's ships are either dead or locked down, so I also have freedom on that front. It would be great to complete a control objective now, and save the command token spend objective for later. That would give me the option of selling Hacan access to my industrial planets in the future. It's a slightly aggressive move, so I whisper John about it. I don't want my neighbors to feel too threatened. Delorien, who is pretty much out of things to do at this point, plays the Imperial strategy card.
I'll finish my build and then I'm going to do the secondary.
I follow, since it's critically important to keep getting secret objectives at this point in the game. Notably, John passes on getting a new secret objective. Distracted by strategy thoughts, I realize I've missed the timing window for the beginning of Sol's turn.
Red, are you?
I missed the start of his turn. Probably too late to play his note. Is it too late to play his note? I think it probably is, huh?
That's a disappointing miss, because I may have been able to buy it again this round. So I missed a timing window. Ah well. My decision to build a space dock near Mechatol Rex is looking good, as I draw the secret objective to control Mechatol Rex. At this point, we wait around for a little while and wait for Barony to finish building. I'm so excited to complete a control objective this round that I forget about not going down to 3 command tokens and inviting someone to play in subordination against me.
I'll build.
I start working on my build. It's a little bit difficult to build with Jol-Nar since the production capacity is so limited. I can only build 4 units. I have a few trade goods left, but I don't want to spend them all buying dreadnoughts. I consider buying a destroyer, but they're just so bad for Jol-Nar, hitting on 10s. Eventually, I decide to go with a small build, just a dreadnought and 2 infantry. That'll leave me a bunch of trade goods for the agenda phase and negotiations.
Okay, I'm done with my build. Sorry, took a long while.
Okay. I'm gonna play insubordinate against you.
Wait, hold on. I thought about that. Actually,
No, you're locked in, Purple. Please places.
Oh, no. I mean, it's... Okay, now I'm building this, but I can make a deal with the person who's trying to do this to me. Or I could just...
Yeah, so unless you convince the other paying you a lot, or you sabotage it, I'm playing it against you.
You wouldn't take it for...
We're not neighbors, and since I'm threatening you, I don't trust you.
Okay. Alright, that's a bummer. So I would be... Let's see, I could pay for a sabotage, I suppose. Or I could just... Let's see, I would be willing to pay my research agreement for a sabotage here, if anyone wants. If anyone's curious. I mean, it's a non-binding, but good for it.
No one was interested. Whatever the price of a sabotage is, it's more than a research agreement. Losing a command token isn't such a big deal at this point since I have a backup plan, but it's unfortunate that it happened. The turn passes to Sol, and this time I remember I have a card I need to play.
Okay, I play his note.
I use Sol's military support promissory note to gain 2 infantry. It's such a relief to get some more infantry on the board. These are going to help me take one of the industrial plants I need for the control objectives.
Would you sell it to me again before you pass?
Delorien isn't interested in that deal because it would leave him open to me using it during the next round.
Oh, okay. Now I hear you.
With that, Sol passes. It's now time for me to make my move on some industrial planets.
Okay. Well. Here, Sol. I'll try to make this up to you later, but I need to get a point this round. So I'm looking at just taking Grawl so I can get my 4. We're still friends, right? Yeah, okay.
Thanks to Sol's military support, I should have enough infantry to take Grawl from him. I will then need only 1 more industrial planet for the objective. Given how lightly defended he's left Jord, he's lucky I didn't find a way to take that from him.
Okay, invading.
This whole plan could come crashing down if someone has a parlay card they're willing to use against me.
Let's see, wait a minute,
It's 3 infantry against 1, but I'm still a little worried about this fight.
well, I'll use Teklar. Wait, should I use Teklar here, or should I use Teklar there? You hit on a 7, I hit on a 9. Yeah, this is Teklar time.
By playing Teklar Legion, I go from about a 1 in 10 chance of losing to more like a 1 in 30.
Fish power.
Any cards or abilities?
That's it for me. Come on! Yes!
So Delorien rolled well and he did kill one of my infantry, but the important thing is that I got the planet.
Sardakk, before I go, would you sell me your card back for 1?
There's a bit of a delay then since Strongsauce is away from keyboard trying to deal with technical problems. Adam passes, so I'm the only one left in the round.
Okay, I mean, I really want to buy it. So here's the problem. If I go in and roll, and I miss, then he knows I'm desperate for it. We'll pay anything.
Wait. Purple really wants to buy your Teklar Legion again. Can you hear me, and are you open to that? He hasn't exactly made an offer.
I'm currently offering 1 trade good, because I think he would go for that.
It sounds like he's currently offering 1 trade good. Wait.
John comes out and bids against me for Teklar Legion. He knows that if he has it, my chances of winning a 1v1 ground fight against him are almost nothing. At that point, I would have to hit the bombardment roll. Eventually, I threaten Strongsauce with never selling him my research agreement again if he gives the note to Hacan. He agrees to sell it to me for 2 trade goods.
Alright, Purple, please do your move.
With the note in hand, I'm finally ready to attempt to get my 4th industrial planet.
Okay, can I bombard?
I really need this bombardment roll to be successful. I have the Teklar Legion promissory note, but even with that, a 1v1 fight wouldn't be good odds for me.
Okay, here we go. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Success. My dreadnought came through for me.
2 hits, Yellow.
With my 4th industrial planet finally in hand, I can pass my turn and end the action phase of round 2.
Okay, I think I am actually done.
Alright. Wait, are you scoring?
Strongsauce spends 3 command tokens to move the Sardakk up 1 point.
Purple, are you scoring?
Yes, yes, I am. I have the 4. Got my industrials.
Alright. Yellow, are you scoring?
Hacan does not score this round.
Green, are you scoring?
Yep, 3 more tokens in this area.
Red, are you scoring?
Yes, 4 cultural planets.
And finally, blue, are you scoring?
Sol doesn't score again.
Alright, the next objective is diversified research. 2 texts in 2 colors, everyone.
In the status phase, I draw Diplomacy Rider and Shields Holding. They're sort of medium strength action cards.
Alright, everyone. You do breaks every 2 rounds. Assign your tokens, return your strategy cards, count your influence, and we are going to come back at 11:15 p.m., which is approximately 13 minutes from now, and do the agenda phase.
Strongsauce whispered me about buying research agreement again. I think that's okay, but I need to take a break before committing to anything. Right now, I have to figure out what to do with my command tokens. I didn't spend 3 on an objective, but I used a lot for building and moving. On top of that, I lost 1 to Barony's insubordination card. I end up putting 2 in each area. That won't set me up to build much, since I only have 2 in fleet supply, but hopefully I'll have enough tokens to do everything I need while waiting for leadership to be played. I think my hand, at this point, is decent but not especially strong. I have 6 useful action cards and the Teklar Legion promissory note. I'll need to work on setting up to take Mechatol for my new secret objective. I'm currently tied for the lead with Sol and Hacan. It's kind of nice not to be out in front at this point. That tends to generate a lot of animosity. It's lucky that Sol didn't manage to take Mechatol. He would have an additional point right now, and it's very difficult to get Sol off of Mechatol since they can reinforce it so easily. Looking back at my hand, it may be kind of hard to use these action cards. Uprising is an easy 3 trade goods, but other things like Infiltrate, Diplomacy Rider, those are very situational and you have to set them up just right. While I'm pondering my hand, we realized that something glitched. Sol ended up getting dealt cards and command tokens twice. It's like he did the status round once and then again. This means he has to discard 2 of his action cards. A flank speed and skilled retreat head to the discard pile. It's actually very important to keep track of how many of those cards have been used or discarded. There are 4 copies of each in the deck, and they can have a huge impact on your opponent's maneuverability, so knowing when they're gone is useful. Just now, I'm noticing that the Barony of Letnev objective marker is in the wrong place. He completed 4 of a kind, the corner of the market objective, not this lead from the front. I'm sure we'll get that fixed at some point in the game.
My speaker is Lou. Okay, I'm going to grab the first agenda, and speaker, you can go ahead and run the agenda phase. So whenever you're ready, Lou, it's your show.
Delorien reveals fleet regulations, which I put on top of the deck earlier this round. I don't really have a strong feeling one way or the other on this one.
Radio, 5 count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rider starting with Lou.
Sol doesn't play a rider.
Let's see.
I have Diplomacy Rider, but I don't see how I can play it profitably here. Instead, I offer it to Hacan.
Khan, would you like to Would you like to buy a Diplo rider? You're the only one who can really get some value out of it.
Since he has Mechatol Rex, John is interested in the Diplomacy Rider. If he predicts correctly using it, he can hold Mechatol Rex next round.
I mean, I gave you a really good deal. I realized afterwards on that last one. So
He offers me 2 trade goods. I think that's okay. Am I undervaluing Diplomacy Rider here?
or 2 trade goods. Okay.
There's only so much room in my hand for action cards, and I can't hold on to all the ones I'm going to get. So it seems like a good deal to turn one into a couple trade goods at this point. I hope that's the right thinking.
Okay. I do not play a rider then.
That trade could actually turn out to be a really big deal if John manages to predict correctly. He puts it down on the 4 side of fleet regulations, meaning we vote for a limitation on fleet pool.
Do you want to trade now, John?
Adam and John must have prearranged some action card sale.
There's an action card in mind for John's visions.
I don't know which action card he traded there.
I don't play riders.
No more riders are played, and we move on to voting.
I mean, I don't really care, I think. I'm going to abstain.
With Hacan's Diplomacy Rider on the 4 outcome, I'm hoping people will end up voting this down. There's not much I could have done about it, though, voting first.
I'll vote 1-4.
With Barony putting his finger on the 4 side of the scales, I need to start making a case that this should go against.
This is kind of good for Barony since he's got the bonus 2, so he would always be able to have a larger fleet than anyone else. We were just saying that 4 is pretty good for Barony.
Jesse casts 4 L1 votes against. Sardakk and Sol then abstain, allowing the measure to fail. So Hacan's Diplo Rider goes nowhere, and everyone gains a token in fleet supply.
Each player places 1 command token from his grade forces into each fleet pool. I'm gonna go ahead and do that while you guys start the next agenda.
The next agenda, which I also put on top, is Terraforming Initiative. It very slightly improves an elected planet, so of course there are no riders on this one.
Alright. Literally anything you want to give me will get you 14 votes for the planet of your choice.
John, channeling the mercantile nature of the Hacan, offers me 1 trade good.
I think that's a winner. Okay. Alright, 1 trade grid for Starpoint is, or I guess you, thank you. Alright, I'll vote 14 for Starpoint.
Seven on Freya.
Jesse abstains. Adam then enters into a long, text-only negotiation with Strongsauce about his votes. Freya could potentially win if both Sardakk and Sol vote for it. Delorien is agreeable, but Strongsauce wants to get paid. No one wants to buy the Sardakk votes. But eventually, John comes forward with 1 trade good to seal the deal for Starpoint.
So 13 on Freya. Wait. Hacan, where would you like the vote to go, Freya? Oh, Starpoint. You got it.
With the completion of that vote, the agenda phase, and round 2, officially ends.
Congrats.
So how did this round go? Well, I gained a lot, but I also spent a lot. The best part of the round was probably completing a difficult control objective. I liked the optics of how it happened. Since Adam prevented me from completing the spend objective, I didn't come off as a territorial bully. If anything, I looked more like a victim with no other option. It can be useful to cultivate a helpful, non-threatening persona. I do think I took that too far at times, though. I wish I'd hurt the Barony, or Hacan, with my Unstable Planet action card. And I regret giving Hacan such a good deal during our focused research trade. Despite the negatives, I think this was a fairly good round for me. I hope you enjoyed watching our second round of online tournament play. It takes a Herculean effort to edit around all of our technical recording problems, but I hope to release the entire game eventually. In the nearer term, I plan to put up a new video with pictures from a live game.